Help me ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. So I'm hoping, well, I'm not sure if it'll be up before my interview with Lou, but I've got about an hour before I need to connect in with the lovely Lou Valcourt, who I'm going to be doing an interview with today, which I'm really excited about because Lou was one of the first channels I ever discovered. And to think now that I can actually, I'm sorry about the sirens outside. You can guarantee as soon as I hit record, they happen. But we'll just have to live with it. Yeah, and so I'm really excited for that, and I need to prepare for it. But I've just been out for the first time since lockdown and met with a friend for lunch, which was lovely. And I just got back, just got settled in, and there's a knock at the door, and it was my neighbour to say that this package had been delivered. And it's Cilla Conway's Intuitive Tarot, which I'm really excited about. So I wasn't aware of this deck. The only deck I was aware of by Cilla until recently was the Days of Creation, which is the Oracle deck I have. And then, as you know, if you've watched my channel recently, I was sent the Shimmering Veil Tarot by Cilla, and I've fallen completely in love with this deck. It made it into my top 10 tarot decks of all time, and it is absolutely beautiful. Such incredible artwork. The scenes are evocative. They really work on a deep level. That hermit. So I really love this deck. And then I was aware that there was a tarot deck that she'd done originally before this called is it Intuition Tarot? I think it's Intuitive Tarot, but we'll have a look. And the art style is different from what I can make out, but I just love Cilla's work, and Cilla as a person is an absolute joy to communicate with. She really is just a wonderful human being. So I wanted to support, but also you know, I know she's working on some new decks at the moment. There's Days of Creation 2. That's kind of like its working title. It's got a different title. And there's one about I think the Book of the Dead that will be coming out later as well. But no, I will be sure to get them. So this is the Intuitive Tarot, and it's just my first impressions of this deck. And I mean, what I love just instantly is the uniformity as well. Look how, you know, the boxes look very similar, so obviously using the same publisher. Does that say 2009? Wow, it's not 2019. Oh no, 2019, but it is a re-release. I know it was out before 2019. This is kind of like a second edition, if you like. Author of the Days of Creation, and it's the Intuitive Tarot, exploring the deeper realms. I don't know what's happening outside for all these alarms, all these sirens, but let's hope they stop in a minute. So let's go in. And I've purposely not watched any walkthrough. Oh my goodness. Box feels amazing. You can never tell until you've taken the cellophane off, but it has the same, you know, that rose petal skin tone finish. Oh, it just feels lovely. Exactly the same as the Shimmering Veil. So that makes a lovely set. So let's pop that to one side. So yeah, this is beautiful. Intuitive Tarot, Cilla Conway. So on the back it says, exploring the deep realities. This second edition of the Intuitive Tarot, 14 years after the original edition was published. So it's even earlier than 2009 when I misread that. So what's that? 2005 Wow. Has a larger format with a black title border. The booklet has been extensively revised and manages to be both detailed and succinct. The Intuitive Tarot allows you to connect with your subconscious, to develop your intuition and, should you wish it, to follow the path of deeper self-awareness. Carl Jung called this the path of individuation. And the Intuitive Tarot draws on concepts such as archetypes, synchronicity, active imagination, and the unconscious. Cilla Conway's Intuitive Tarot is not just another tarot deck. It is a sophisticated tool for self-development. The more you work with the cards, the more you'll understand the worlds from whence they emerged, and the greater your understanding of yourself. Wow. And yeah, I just had to buy this because, you know, as I say, I love Cilla's work. So, and I love the fact that we've got this kind of uniformity between the two. Same with the book and everything. I bet there's a picture at the bottom. Yeah, there is. So at the base here, the quality of this is wonderful. Look into the Fool's Mirror, Seeker. The Intuitive Tarot is both mirror and teacher. I love that. And you look deeply and honestly enough will show you what you need to learn. The 78 facets of life contained herein may not be what you want to see, but they will be what you need to learn. And I love that. And on my website, I talk about the tarot being a mirror. That's how I see the mirror that reflects back your life state. So we have the little book. It's in black and white, this version. But we've got, and I like this because this is what I love about the Shimmering Veil, is you get an interpretation of the card, you get your suggested, you get your write-up about the card, about the image and things, and then the traditional aspect as opposed to Cilla's version, and then the suggested interpretation and reversed. So for instance here, 4 of batons, supported and held secure at the base and roof by 4 strong batons. This is a world within a world. So it gives you the description of the card. So that's really handy. So a nice little book, suggestion for how to use it. It's 92 pages. The background, following the Fool, my approach. My approach is basically intuitive and eclectically spiritual. Yeah, so a nice little book. And again, it also has that, it's very durable, but it has that rubbery rose petal finish to it. So let's have a look at the cards. Oh, these are nice. These are nice quality. So it's a nice thick deck. Same size as the Shimmering Veil, but if you want to compare that to a standard tarot, love the backs. It is taller and wider. So often compared to like being oracle sized. Okay, so let's take a look. So here we have our Fool. And I love this. You can see he's kind of on an edge of a cliff, holding on, but it's like the cliff becomes part of the sky. I love this kind of light and cloudiness. I'm not going to read all of the book because, you know, if you get this deck, it's nice to explore yourself, but the Fool traditionally represents the leap into the unknown and also the outsider, free of normal conventions and constraints. In his eyes you may glimpse the wisdom of aeons, or the true Fool, heedlessly blundering towards the cliff edge. If the latter, you may find that you feel unexpectedly chaotic. An acute sense of discomfort may indicate there is more involved here than meets the eye. Where the Fool is involved, however, it is wise not to make any assumptions. Prepare for the unexpected as far as possible and be aware that he is taking a hand in your affairs. I love this magician. So we've got like the elements, we've got fire and air. The magician represents the emergence of self-awareness. He is the child who finds mastery and wonder in the world. The initiate who has passed the first test of control of his universe. He stands firmly directing the flow of the elements, earth, fire, air, water, and they swirl around him. Wow. Beautiful High Priestess. Absolutely gorgeous card. Look at that. The High Priestess is the maiden aspect of the triple goddess, the archetype stretching back untold aeons into prehistory. Wow. Beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at that. Here's the Empress. Beautiful. Traditionally, the Empress is the feminine principle, receptive, abundant, sensuous, fertile. She is the divine feminine, the great goddess. She's shown breastfeeding her baby, indicating her love of family, but her crescent crown and the lotus scepter she holds ensure that we acknowledge her imperial status. Oh, gorgeous. That's quite phallic, isn't it? Representing that male energy. The Emperor, traditionally the Emperor is seen as the embodiment of order and patriarchal leadership, often appearing as a father figure for both men and women. Yeah, wow. The Hierophant. That is a powerful card. Look at this. There's so much in there. There's a fish. See what the Hierophant says. The Hierophant is the mediator between heaven and earth, the gods and the people. His mitre contains composite emblems of the 5 established religions. Christianity, the fish. I see. Hinduism, the cow. The sacred cow, yeah. Islam, the crescent moon. Judaism, the 5-pointed star. And Buddhism, the surrounding oval. Beautiful. I love that. This cerebral approach of dogma and organized religion contrasts with the High Priestess' inner Gnostic connection to the divine. Oh, look at the Lovers. Look at this dark, shadowy fit. This could almost be like the Devil card, couldn't it? The traditional interpretation of the Lovers is about choice, specifically whether to stay in a situation which feels increasingly restrictive or break away. Possibly a choice between maturity and immaturity. The shadowy figure of the background acts as a god conscious or even nemesis. The moon may be clear or hidden. The moon path may be clear or hidden. The couple may stay bound together or find themselves moving apart. Wow, look at the sense of movement in this chariot and the sun with the rays. That's clever. The chariot is the vehicle that takes us through our life, our ego. The charioteer, the persona, grips the reins of the sun's wild horses, one white, one black, symbolizing his conscious and unconscious instincts. Wearing a silver mask, emblazoned with the radiant sun, he could be Apollo or Helios, the old titanic sun god, controlling the passage of the sun across the sky. Wow. I love the way this book is written, and I'm just reading, 1 or 2 sentences from it. We have justice here, which is in the 8th position, key 8, which is interesting. We don't have a blindfolded justice. So the traditional image of justice is blindfolded to show that the law does not discriminate between poor and rich. Today, however, it's too often indicates that justice is blind. Here, though, we see the archetypal justice, sacred and true, the natural outcome of the balancing forces of the universe. Love the Hermit. carrying that lantern. Look at all these creatures as well. Look at those jaws and the snake and these kind of wolf heads. But just focusing on the light, that inner light, and it's making this beautiful sacred geometry. It's almost like a lotus. Wow. The wheel is beautiful. We've got yin and yang in the center. The wheel is a mandala, the slow spinning Tao of the universe, representing yang, the active, outgoing masculine energies, and yin, the inner, passive, feminine force, and the unity that forms and contains them. The flow of energy moves into and out of this central unity, and within it we see souls flowing with or against the current of existence. Oh wow, love it. Strength is beautiful. Look at this image of strength. The lion, alchemical symbol of instinctive drives, is often depicted in medieval manuscripts being subdued by a young woman. In fact, the connection of great cats with the goddess dates back to ancient times. We should not see it as a man or woman suppressing nature. A negotiation and ultimate partnership is far preferable. Absolutely. That's where true strength comes. The Hanged Man is fantastic. Death card, look at that death figure. The wisdom gained in the Hangman takes us to a still more fearful place, face to face with the red-rimmed eyes of this grim, skeletal figure who challenges us to step through him into the white-hot alchemical flames of transformation. The shield depicts a diamond midway between an open cocoon and its emerging butterfly, the symbol of transformation. Wow. That has got to be, and look how, if you look into that passageway through the death figure, look, you can see like the universe inside. It's phenomenal. I love temperance. We get that water and beautiful. Wow, look at the devil. The devil is shown here as a powerful androgynous figure straining against the enclosing oval frame. Yeah, he's really pushing that frame. The malevolent eyes glare out at us as dark flies buzz around his head. An aura of white-hot energy surrounds the figure. Minute by comparison, a human couple cower in flames by its clawed feet. The morbid green brain, didn't realise, yeah, this is a brain. The morbid green brain in the background illustrates the devil's arena, the human's mind, diabolical aspects, and the collective shadow, the consequences of which are clearly seen in the world today. Wars, genocide, pollution, the destruction of every species, including our own, are all caused by our inability to acknowledge the shadow, whether individual or collective. This book is written beautifully, just like the Shimmering Veil. It's a very modern tower here, isn't it? The star, beautiful. And all these facial expressions, they're all kind of otherworldly, and that's what I love about working with the energies of Cilla's decks, you know, whether it's the Dewas or those that occupy the liminal space, but this could be Fae, or just you're working, when you work with these decks, you're working at a much deeper level. Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous moon card. That primal state is depicted here. The full moon, its silver light pulsing with energy, hangs over a deep pool from which emerges a strange nocturnal sea creature. Wow. I want to read so much, but I realise I could be here for hours. Look at the sun. Wow. Its centre, an incandescent ball of white heat. The sun rays radiate out in streams of energy. Under its light, two children play, held safe within a magical circular garden. Judgment is beautiful. And the world, look at that. Isn't that an amazing world card? Her arms thrown wide in ecstasy, the figure of the world gazes up into the light of the galaxy above her. The divine child is now the centre of the cosmic dance, and the energy of creation flows around her. The journey is complete, the treasure attained, and the integrated soul combines all polarities into the greater whole. This is the culmination of the quest. Total integration of soul, body and mind with the mystery of destiny. Oof. Okay, so I'm going to put the book down because I could spend ages, and that's the majors. Let's go a little bit more quickly through the minors. We have the batons here, which is wands. These are beautiful. Really beautiful. That looks like the cosmic egg, which we're getting a sense of. Oh, look at that, the 4. That's like an hourglass, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, the 5 of wands. 6 is gorgeous. Look at the colours. 7. Wow. 8, we get that kind of swift action. 9. 10. So we have a page and a knight. So it looks like we have traditional court archetypes. Love that. And then we have cups, our ace of cups. Oh, there's our lovers of the 2 of cups. The 3, that's celebration. Look how they're all intertwined. Wow. That's really evocative. I love this scene. Again, you know, that sort of not paying attention. There's the 4th cup is here rather than a hand reaching out. But look at the flow of this waterfall. Filling these cups, the birds, it's just beautiful. 5. So some cards really, you know, nod to the RWS, and some really break out on their own. I love that. Look at the opposites here. And I really like the shadowy figures as well. Silhouettes, just beautiful. Oh, look at that. 10 of cups, we get that family unit look, and now it's the unborn child here. Wow. I like that our pages are female so far. There's very much balance in this deck. Such a talented artist. So we have our ace of pentacles. This is 1 of discs. Look at that beautiful mandala. 2, 3. We get that sort of work that we're used to seeing in the RWS. 4, holding on. I love this. Look at all the different discs, and again we get that sense of the 5 of pentacles, the, you know, the lame person on the outside. Same here with that discernment. Yet some are very, very different. It's beautiful. hard work and diligence, mastery. The 9, the beautiful garden that we used to see in. Here we've got fruits. 10. Oh, I love this. I knew I would. Oh. That's okay. Oh. This is beautiful. Get the cross swords of the 2. The heart pierced here. 4. Wow. Look at that shadowy figure. Let's just have a look what the book says. What does the book say? Crouched in a fetal position, protecting her head and body, a woman cowers beneath a dark, foreboding figure with a raised sword. It is uncertain whether this is a dream or an imaginary image, or whether it exists in the physical world. The feeling of foreboding is heightened by 4 more swords on the low horizon. Like crosses in a graveyard, their shadows stretch towards the 2 figures. Wow. Wow, wow. And here's our 6 of swords, that boat, the choppy water. So this is quite a traditional image. Traditional in the sense of the RWS. 7, the 8. I love this. The face, it's quite neutral. It could be, you know, we could project anything there, couldn't we? The 9, the nightmare cards. I love the scene in the background rather than just a bed, you know, in a room. Wow, the 10, look at the planet Earth behind. It's like Charles Atlas kind of esque. And then our page. The Knight. Queen. And swords. So there you have it. That's the Intuitive Tarot by Cilla Conway. And, you know, it's been out, what, 16 years now. Only a year for the 2nd edition, but and I know I'm late to the party with it, but I'm here. I've got there. But if you've got it, let me know your thoughts, and if you've got the Shimmering Veil, how you work with them together, and of course with the Oracle, the Days of Creation. But really, really impressed. Really starting to get such an excitement about Cilla and her work, because I just think it is on another level, a deep level, and I'm really excited about that. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.